What's up, everybody? Welcome to 3D Rivals, your first line of defense against stupid movies. My name is DJ, and as always, I'm joined by my co-host, my sister Dora.
What's up? What's up?
My brother Derek.
What's up, everybody?
Derek.
And my friend Dan.
Dan.
And this week, we have some more Marvel. You get your Marvel fix going on here as we get into Hawkeye, the series.
Yep.
So we got episode 1 and 2 on Disney Plus, giving some love to Hawkeye, who definitely didn't get any love throughout the entire MCU.
Not a lot, man. Well, although until Endgame came along,
Yeah, they gave him some.
He got some
Endgame.
shine time. You know what I'm saying? We saw what he was like really
Well,
capable
more
of.
so as Ronin
kinda
than
deadly.
anything else.
More so as Ronin than any.
Okay, we didn't really see Ronin.
Yeah, we didn't even see Ronin. I mean, like, I've always liked Hawkeye, and I know people was like, he's like the pointless Avenger, but I always
I
liked him.
don't think he's pointless. I feel like he's definitely necessary.
Yeah,
Like, take him out of all the battles, I feel like they lose.
Do they?
well, in Age of Ultron, they definitely lose a lot of civilians if he's not around.
They do.
In the Avengers,
Remember he was calling out plays?
yeah, I feel like
Oh,
he was
yeah,
helpful in
he was the
Avengers.
eye in the sky, basically. Yeah.
And then what other movie was he in? Endgame.
Yeah, he was barely in any movies. That's the thing.
That's the issue.
But in the game, he did do the test run to make sure the time thing worked.
But then, I mean, he did let West Majig die, so.
Well,
He let who die?
Black Widow.
Is it a let?
Well, I mean,
she
okay.
She killed herself.
Let her die.
I'm just saying.
She's obviously
Yeah,
more
11.
hand skilled than he is. I mean,
that's
we
true.
get that. And plus, it's like, if
she's
you're
younger.
battling for that,
He's
how
up
hard is
there.
he going to hit her? How hard are you really going to hit her? Just to get your way. I mean,
she's
it's
the
kind of
better
a
fighter.
lose. It's kind of a lose-lose there for him.
She beat him in the Avengers, too.
Yeah.
She did. Bashed his head against that rail in the Civil War. Wait, no, that was
Avengers.
That was
That
Avengers.
was Avengers, yeah.
They fought in the Civil War.
They
Civil
fought in
War,
Civil War, yeah.
But he was pulling his punches.
She
According
still
to-
won.
According to,
Yeah.
but I think she would have still won. She's a little bit more skilled when it comes to that.
All right.
So, But yeah, I feel like they need him.
Yeah. Well, Hawkeye I think it's nice that he has a series now because he was only in Thor for 2 seconds, Avengers, Age of Ultron, Civil War, and Endgame. Like, his combined screen time has got to be like 30 minutes. I don't know.
Probably.
Especially when he spent half of the Avengers movie being brainwashed.
True that. He was brainwashed.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. So this is based off of a Hawkeye series. I forget the name of the writer. I know David Aja was one of them, but I keep forgetting the
Is it Frank something?
something like that.
Sounds about right.
okay.
It's bad, but it was a Hawkeye comic series where it introduces Kate Bishop, which is the next Hawkeye. She is Hawkeye after Clint Barton. And so they're introducing her in this. She's definitely the main character. And one thing I have to say I like, especially with just all the Disney Plus Marvel series in general, I like how they give us a different perspective of things that happen in the movies. Like in WandaVision, you got that perspective of everyone coming back from the blip. And in this, now you have another view of what happened in the New York, the attack on New York, where Kate Bishop actually lived in New York at the time, and she saw Hawkeye fighting the Chitauri, which is why she took an interest in archery and stuff like that.
Which had to be a crazy turn of events, seeing as how you're chilling in your luxurious apartment, you see this gigantic, I'm guessing, spaceship snake or whatever them things came over. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's gotta be a crazy turn of events.
Yeah,
that's what it looked like to me.
Yeah, I thought the opening scene was well done, especially seeing it from a civilian's perspective, especially a little kid like that. I thought it was cool. Them also like reenacting some of the scenes which to me was like one of his best scenes in Avengers when he jumps off the building to turn around. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And for them to reshoot that scene like that, I thought it was good. Even though the battle did happen a little bit faster, but maybe that was just from her point of view as a kid.
Yeah.
I think they slowed it down for us so that way we could see all the.
Oh, okay. It was slowed down for us.
Yeah.
So it really did happen in like 3 minutes.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
I think so. I think that's what they did. Slow it down so we could see the angles and so they could like kind of key in on what we would remember from the movie.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not too worried about like stuff like that, but yeah, there is a time difference, which we could have been slowed down. Also, bit of a continuity error. The way the Stark Towers, the letters fell off. That was incorrect, apparently.
But I feel like maybe that was done on purpose because I've read where they said like they put so much effort in reshooting the guy, him jumping off the building. You'd think they would have also went back a little further to notice which letter fell off first.
Okay, so you think they messed it up on purpose?
Maybe because like when I see it, to me, when she's looking out the window, the words to me spells out stay.
Oh,
And
okay.
and maybe from a little kid's perspective, that's what she sees, even though in the movie, the K falls off first.
Yeah. Or she just remembers it wrong. Our memory isn't perfect, right?
Oh,
So,
yeah.
That's true.
yeah, like, so
Yeah.
if this is like Kate Bishop's memory, then yeah, in her memory, it happened a lot quicker, and maybe she got some of the letters wrong on Stark Tower,
and I mean,
you know?
especially like it's so easy to just watch the Avengers movie to find out which letter fell off first.
But yeah,
it
it's
is
definitely
definitely easy. People probably watching that movie every day. So
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, I watched the movie a lot, and I feel like if they're gonna go back and reshoot the scene, they've had to have seen which letter comes off first.
I would think so.
Yeah, because they
right?
had the scene right.
Yeah, they had the scene exactly right. So you got that right. How you screw up the other thing?
True. So maybe
Yeah.
maybe it was
So
on
maybe
purpose.
it was done that way purposely.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the little smaller details that like kind of come in when you actually think about it. 'Cause like you said, our memory ain't always perfect. Nobody recites a story exactly as it happened.
Yeah, no, it's
Generally.
always skewed, and your memories change over time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and then I have to say this intro, I thought was pretty good because the intro wasn't just an intro; it actually told a story. So after her father died, which, okay, let's before we get further, let's talk about her father dying. All right, does anybody else are they suspicious of the mom?
Her mom,
She does not seem. Well, go ahead. Tell me
she's
something.
super shady.
Yeah, she does not seem.
Like the entire time during the whole New York thing, I'm like, where are your parents?
Yeah, she's calling her mom and dad, and ain't nobody coming.
no
And then her
one
mom
is.
finally shows up out of the blue. I'm like, what were you
Yeah, I'm
doing?
like, where were y'all at?
Yeah.
Because she's yelling and screaming. It's like if something's happening, I know y'all feel these thumps and stuff. You're like, hey, my daughter.
We're gonna
is
go
here.
get the kid
Let me
first.
go get my baby.
Yeah,
Run
but-
up and get your kid. Like they
Yeah.
were gone a good 5 minutes, and I'm
gone,
like,
dog. I feel like she needed some time to get rid of this cat.
right, long
Before
enough for
she
me
run
to
back
be
to the
like,
daughter.
where's her parents?
Yeah, I was thinking that. I'm like, okay, like the second time she called for her parents. What was that, Derek?
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say, I'm like, she called out to her parents for the homeless, and I kept saying to myself, she only went upstairs. Go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking. I'm like,
She
she,
went through, like,
called
her
her
whole
parents.
house just about.
Wow.
Yeah.
From upstairs to downstairs, to back and forth through the windows, watching everything happen. It's like they should have been somewhere. So I feel like it might have been something.
They were
going on.
downstairs. That's what her father said. Her mother said she was going downstairs after. I feel like she killed him. That's what I think.
wouldn't be
And
surprised.
then, like, she used the invasion as an opportunity. Like, he died in the alien invasion.
Yeah, I think she was like,
Or
oh,
she had her go. She sent her to her room because remember she sent her to the room to get the, I want to say checkers.
Yeah.
Yeah, for them to play. Because I'm like, she literally got the checkerboard and then the house starts shaking. She runs back down to the kitchen. No one's there.
Right. Like how much time did they have to like really disappear? I'm like, this happened pretty quickly. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm like,
Yeah.
So there's some extra
Mom's
going
shady.
on.
I
That's
agree.
like the
Her
first thing I
mom
noticed.
realized, like, oh, the building is shaking. Let me just take this dude. Like, he was probably like, debris probably hit him, and she's like, I'm about to finish this.
It didn't hit you enough.
Yeah, I think it was something like that. Maybe she didn't like out and out kill him, but something happened, and then she's just like, I'm about to just leave him, because they were already arguing about financial issues,
Right.
and then she's like, oh well, problem solved.
Exactly, because there probably is a will, so if he
there's some kind of-
dies, money comes your way. And I'm pretty sure they got some government money from, aliens attacking the city.
That's true.
So,
She told the girl, she was like, hey, people like rich people think they're invincible, young people think they're invincible. You've always been both. So there's definitely some money there.
Yeah, her mom is super shady, and I would not be surprised we found out that she definitely did something to her father. For sure.
Dirt.
Although she's kind of naive because she's busy blaming Jack, and I know we're gonna talk about it some more. But I'm like, do you missing beats of this conversation that your dude was having about your mom? Your mom ain't all on the up and up.
She don't know what else.
Yeah.
And the dude that got murdered, well,
Especially,
we'll get there.
we'll get to her mom was having some conversations, and I'm like, But yeah, so she's super shady. And then, like, when her mom picked her up, she asked, where's dad? And she didn't say anything.
Nah, right? And remember, they would have both been downstairs together.
Yeah.
right.
So she could have said he was hurt, something. She ain't say nothing.
And what did the dad say?
think-
Oh, like, she asked him if there was a hurricane, what would you do? And he said, protect you. So you mean to tell me he didn't come up to get his daughter
would've been
immediately?
first.
Right. He would have been the first one there.
Yeah.
So she obviously didn't have her story all the way together and got caught off guard maybe by that question. It was like,
True.
let me just not
Yeah.
mention it.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, she did sneak up on her daughter, too, though. It's like she snuck up on her.
Yeah, and it's like, like naturally, if something happened, the house starts shaking, you're going to go grab your baby first. Make sure everything good. Especially if she's yelling and screaming through the house, at least yell back like, hey, I'm here, or something like
Yeah.
that. Nothing. Not a word. So she needed some time to get something done. And I think that's what happened.
I
Dude
agree.
got snubbed. So, it's my philosophy.
So, that's interesting. We'll find out. But yeah, the intro, what I was saying was like, I thought was pretty good. After her father died, she said she had to protect her family. So that's why she took up all these things. She took up archery because of Hawkeye, and then she's taken ballet and martial arts. So like, she's skilled all around. And I like how it showed like she wasn't good at 1st. And then she got better.
That's naturally should be that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I do like when you see that process, because usually it's like this person is an expert archer and master at this, blah, blah, blah. But like if you're paying attention to the opening cartoon that they had or whatever, seeing her fail is kind of cool. Even now where you're seeing that she's pretty good, but she still has a
Got
long
room
way to
for
go.
improvement, yeah.
Yeah. I think her problem now is her immaturity.
Probably.
Just like,
Yeah.
you know, she doesn't
And I
think
mean,
everything through.
that comes with, that comes with, like, her age, going to jump into adventures and situations without thinking. There's just show her age.
Yeah.
I also feel like she's distracted too, because it's like, the marriage she kind of found out about, or the engagement she kind of
What
found out
was up
about
with that?
out of the blue. I'm like, really? You didn't?
Yeah, her mom's like, we should talk later. I don't know. Just tell me that you just got engaged to this dude. We
Yeah,
don't
why
need a
don't you-
whole
Yeah, go
thing
through that. It
about
gotta be
this.
production. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, just let me know.
Yeah, especially since the whole rich class know you guys are engaged. You couldn't call your daughter on the phone and tell her that this happened?
Right, you know how that feels? Like you find this out from a third party, basically.
Yeah.
Like, dude, even though I kind of feel like he threw that out there on purpose, like you're like, I know she don't know, but I'm just,
Oh, he definitely did that on purpose.
I'm just gonna rattle some cages real quick. I
Well,
feel
he did,
like
because
did
it's
that.
obviously he doesn't like her mom.
Yeah.
No,
But then her mom is like, you can't pick up the phone, though?
All right. So so Jack's not rich.
Yeah,
don't
his
got
uncle
a-
was
he
like,
don't
you
got a lot
can't.
of
Maybe
money.
he's in a lot of debt.
Yeah, because his
He
uncle
was
said
bidding
he
on that
didn't have
sword.
300,000, and I'm like,
Yeah,
well,
like, you
for a
bidding on that
rich
sword, I'm like,
person,
300,000
if you're
nothing.
rich, you have 300,000.
I'm like, you don't got
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I'm thinking he's in a lot of debt. Because
Now-
his uncle got money.
Yeah. Now Jack is actually someone from the comics, the swordsman, who in the comics I think trained Hawkeye or something like that. I
Which
don't
is
think it's going to
why
be that way here. But
I think. Why they're all
I
making this-
didn't look up the characters this time around.
I watched a bunch of videos.
All right.
So yeah, he was a mentor to Hawkeye when they were both in the circus or something together. Because apparently that's where Hawkeye got his.
Everybody's in the
start.
circus, I guess.
I don't know. So I think while everyone there, like, the show is wanting you to focus on Jack being the bad guy, it's definitely her mom for sure.
Yeah, I don't think it's Jack.
I think so. Yeah.
I think Jack is going to end up being her mentor. Instead of him having a connection to Hawkeye, I think they're going to give the connection to her. And when the show ends, he will be the one that trains her to be better.
Okay. Wait,
Right.
you don't think
'Cause, I
Hawkeye's
mean,
going to have a
you
hand
could
in that?
clear-
Well, yeah, but Hawkeye's not going to
Well,
stick
you
around.
can
He's
clearly
retired.
see that Hawkeye is ready to be done. Like, he doesn't
I do
wanna
enjoy that
be grown.
about this show.
Yeah.
I
That,
can
like,
see that. Like, he isn't like
but,
the
like,
fact that he gets mad
That
about having to do
musical
stuff.
was hilarious.
It's like, oh yeah, that musical was hilarious. I could do this all
Wait,
day.
We're not on the musical yet. We talking
yeah, we're
about
not on
Jack
the
Oh, we're
musical
not- okay,
yet.
okay, hang on, hang on.
We'll talk about the musical. But I
Okay.
do
Sorry.
enjoy that Hawkeye being like, again, he feels like a surrogate for the audience because he's there and he's just like, ugh, like he can't be bothered. And you can feel that in him. Like, he's been through so much. He's deaf now. And, like,
Yeah, he got his hearing aid and everything. Sheesh.
you know, he's just done. And yet, it won't leave him alone. Like at the musical. That was, oh my goodness.
It was an amazing production of, I'm
That-
guessing what happened in New York.
It was cheesy and over the top, and
Oh my God.
like
Do this all day.
apparently the guy who wrote the musical for South Park.
The musical
Park?
for South Park?
Yeah, like there's a episode of South Park where there's like a song or something in it. I forgot what it is, or maybe in the South Park movie.
Okay.
I didn't see the movie.
Okay.
All right.
Apparently, I started to write it down, but then I did not. You're the only one.
My bad.
So
yeah.
he wrote South Park.
Yeah, I think whatever episode or movie of South Park that has a song in it is the same guy, I believe.
Okay.
And he did take inspiration from Hamilton.
Yeah, well, you can see in the poster and stuff, it's got like that Hamilton
Yeah.
inspiration.
Yeah.
But man, I was sitting there like, and you know how I feel about musicals. Like, when something's completely musical, I just like
I tune out
some
after
songs
a
are
while.
okay, but this I can do this all day was just not hitting it for me, and I'm like, oh my God, no, God, I felt like Hawkeye in that scene.
No, I agree.
Yeah, I was
because-
irritated, but I was like, come on.
But I felt like it was done purposely like that, just so
absolutely.
like we can feel how annoyed Hawkeye is, because it's just like, because like he said, he was like, I mean, that guy wasn't even there. Ant-Man, he wasn't even there.
Yeah, why was
Right.
Ant-Man?
Yeah, why was Ant-Man there? I'm like,
And then some of their costumes, I was like, all right, Ant-Man's just in a Pimp Tech t-shirt? I don't know.
It's very strange. It's kind of like they went full out, but then went, cheap on other
kind of
items.
cheaped in like the extras
Yeah.
or whatever.
It's very
Captain
weird.
America had like a
It's-
jacket on.
Yeah. How much
Like-
of this musical do you think Disney shot?
I think they shot a whole musical.
I think they shot a whole musical.
This has got to come out, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna watch it and be
I wouldn't be
annoyed.
surprised.
I think because
I would not be surprised.
some of the characters are actual real Broadway people.
Oh,
So I'm just like,
Did someone write an entire musical?
I'm thinking someone wrote an entire musical. Like, you do not get a guy from legit Broadway to say, hey, you want to be in 30 seconds of our musical?
really, you don't?
You know?
Of a Marvel,
You do?
of a Marvel
Like, why
production?
would you waste you could get a regular extra for that. Why would you waste your time
that's
getting
true.
an
You could
established
just,
person
well,
on
because they
Broadway?
need to sing
Okay, well, maybe.
for 30 seconds.
Yeah,
kinda
yeah,
make
I
it,
don't
like,
know.
more genuine
I
looking.
think people would have went all out for that, just for those 2 minutes. It
I
doesn't
can see that. I don't
sound
think it's too
unlike-
far fetched. I don't think it's too far fetched.
I don't know. I think Disney Plus got that musical somewhere.
I wouldn't be surprised also if they do. have
It's
a
gonna be
musical
released in
somewhere.
extras.
It's like, oh, no. Like the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe on musical.
Oh God. Hey, that's cash money, man.
It is
I mean,
because
yeah.
we will watch it.
Yes, we will.
We-
Yeah, I'm going to watch it. Like I would definitely.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
hate it, but I'm gonna watch
I'm
it.
gonna prepare to hate it though. So like that way it won't be as bad.
Marvel's
I'm
got
gonna
my
hate
money
this.
already, so
Yeah, I can see that though.
But all right, so okay, the bathroom scene. I'm like,
First of all,
bruh,
Oh yeah. that
why
would
were you
piss
next to
me
my
off.
man?
silent rule, like, dude, unwritten
Man
rule.
law.
You skip a urinal. First of all, you don't even
You
need to.
skip-
You do more
Yeah.
than skip a urinal for
You
me
got a whole different
because it's an
side.
empty bathroom.
A whole different side. You could have went to the other side, bro.
Go somewhere else.
You know what I'm saying? Now I got to deal with your
I do.
urine particles possibly in my clothing.
Like, you do not stand next to someone, and you stare at the wall in front of you.
Right.
Not
Don't
talking.
look down.
I hate when people talk to me. I hate
look
it
down.
so much.
Why are you looking at me? I don't.
I'm not. I mean, I'm just. I'm letting you,
It's like I have no experience with urinals.
just letting you know how it is, because you have
Okay.
dividers
It
in
is
your
like that.
bathroom.
People still like to talk.
What?
Through the dividers?
That's even
What do they, like,
weirder.
knock
You're
on
in
the
a
divider?
No,
stall.
they don't. Not gonna just have a
They're
word.
like, so how's your day?
It's like,
What?
like Nick. I mean, like, bro. Listen.
Look.
Somehow, some way, we both ended up here at the urinal. I don't know you. You don't know me. There's no need for us to catch up. There's no catching up to be done. But like you said, the bathroom's empty. Go on. There's a whole nother wall of urinals.
And then
Take
this
that
dude
wall.
gonna ask for a selfie.
Yeah,
Twice.
twice.
Is it a good time now?
He's like, it's not a good
It's
time.
a good
It's like,
time
bro,
now.
It is not.
did you wash your hands yet? No, you didn't. We're in a bathroom. Bathroom's never a good time.
Right.
It's not.
So now you didn't wash your hands and you touching your phone.
You think he followed him to the bathroom? I think he followed.
He
He saw.
probably
He
did.
saw him
probably
get
did.
up
He
and
probably
he
did.
followed him to the
Like,
bathroom.
who
Yeah.
didn't see this guy get up?
Yeah, he definitely did.
Right, like, good opportunity. Yeah, I'm not feeling that.
So, I kind of like how this show is. It just kind of started things off. Hawkeye retired, trying to not be in this mess, and then of course
Enjoy
things
his
come up.
family, of
The
course.
question is, why is he so set on getting the Ronin outfit back? Like,
I'm thinking because of what it means for her. Like if she keeps it, then a lot of people will be after her to kill her. And also,
Well, yeah,
you
he
know,
said that already.
he is a criminal, so I'm pretty sure there's a lot of law enforcement agencies that might also be looking for her.
get DNA evidence and like it
Yeah.
was Clint Barton.
Because you know, I mean, he was always an assassin, but when you're like an unregistered assassin, it's one thing to kill for shield. It's another thing just to go out and start killing willy nilly.
Yeah,
Now you're a serial killer.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
a criminal serial killer like Dexter.
Aren't all serial killers criminal?
Yes.
No, well, he kills criminals.
Oh. So you're a
It still
killer
doesn't
of
matter.
criminals.
It was still illegal.
Yes, yes.
So I'm
I
pretty
mean,
sure.
like, no, it's not okay. You can't kill criminals, guys. Okay, if any of you were out there thinking of it, you know,
True.
no.
Yeah, there's no legal way to do that. So, just so you know, that's why I was after Batman for so long, because he was a vigilante.
Yeah.
He had no.
I mean, the other day I was thinking, like, man, we could really use a Daredevil, but that's neither here nor there.
Truth though.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I like how the show kind of brings out the characters. That's why I think the Disney Plus shows are good, because you kind of build on these characters more that you can't really do in a movie because of the short run time.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, you get to see a side of them that you normally wouldn't see. You get to see more about him and his family, which is nice. And I really like the fact that his wife knows everything.
I was gonna say that.
I do
I'm
like
glad
that.
there's not the trope of, and his
you
wife
don't
didn't
know
really
what I
know,
do.
and she's
Yeah.
upset. No, she
He
knew.
knows everything. They do.
Yeah, she knows why he's staying in New York and like what he's doing. That was perfect. I
Yeah.
really
I do like
enjoyed that.
And like you're straight up ride or die if your husband turned into a ninja while you were gone and started murdering people for 5 years.
Yeah,
Marking him.
she's all right.
That's true love right there.
I need-
Well,
big
I
girl
guess
like
she
that.
would be all right. He murdered people before.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I
but
said
that
it's
was
different
more
when,
sanctioned.
yeah, when it's like, hey, I'm a spy for a living, and then hey, I became an assassin ninja. It's a little different.
Without clearance.
Yeah,
Hey, man.
Like they're looking for me
To
now.
death do you put, or what was it?
It's
Or for better or worse?
better
For
or
better or
worse.
worse?
For better or worse, through thick and thin,
Yeah.
richer for poor.
She's taking that literally.
She is. She's a solid one. I'll give her that. Know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like I said,
Yeah,
I need
nah,
me- I
that's a
need me one
keeper,
like
man.
that.
That's a keeper right there.
that's true.
She's like,
True
what happens?
definition of ride or die.
Although I gotta say, if
Mm-hmm.
I found out you're an axe murderer, we
I'd never do nothing to you though.
Yeah, like he's not axe murdering you.
Yeah, think about it. It's like, okay, I found out you're an axe murderer.
Right.
You got a
So
problem
you
at work.
say,
Like, that ain't no problem. My husband will take care of this.
Oh, I mean, look, I am down for people to take out people I disagree with at work.
All right,
I people that offer, hey, I'm not gonna say no to that.
I got you.
But I'd like a straight up axe murderer, though. I don't know.
We're not like Texas Chainsaw. Like,
Oh, so you saying Dexter is off the question?
Dexter's out the question.
Dexter is out the question.
Dexter's crazy.
And that with Dexter, I'm never really sure if he might not decide I deserve.
No,
to
he's
die.
actually got some sociopathic problems. Like,
okay, well, see, that's different.
like that. There's an issue there. I don't know about an axe murderer. Yeah, if my wife was an axe murderer, I might be like, yeah, not so cool. But I don't know if she was a spy and then became an assassin when I like disappeared for 5 years. I might be okay with that.
You're just like, well, what do I expect?
Yeah,
That's
like, hey,
natural progression.
Yeah, natural progression, man.
I'll be walking into work the next day like, y'all better not say nothing to me. I'll tell you that right now. Or you will be handled. Like, look here, boss, I need a raise. Don't tell me no. I'm just saying. I'll be down with it.
All right, so what about Kate Bishop? She seems to be a bit of a bumbling type of person. She gets around.
Well, I mean, she's a teenager, so I kind of expect that.
She's young and stupid.
Yeah, she's not solidified. I mean, she's got a whole lot of changes going on still.
Yeah,
mentally.
She did show some like really good skill at the party. Like at first, I was like, oh. Why did she just throw a random name like Gary out? Like, oh, Gary told me.
I didn't hear that?
But no, I didn't hear it at first. But when she first walked through the kitchen, someone mentioned Gary. So she used that name, which was really smart.
Yeah, that was...
I didn't hear that the first time?
Yeah.
I did not.
No.
I watched it twice. So I didn't hear it the first time.
Really?
I didn't either.
I might not have been paying attention, sweetheart.
I need to turn up your hearing aids.
I probably wouldn't like...
I didn't
might
hear
have been
it
like
either.
one of the times I was like... like I might have daydreamed or something. But I didn't hear that the first time.
I definitely caught that the first time.
Yeah, I didn't hear it the first time.
But
Well, you figure out movies like, before
I
you
do
start,
figure
before
out
they even
movies.
thought of. So.
But okay, to Darren's point, that was smart. But then she also makes stupid decisions and leap to conclusions, like Jack having his uncle's candy. Oh, he must have murdered him. It's also
like he could have
his uncle.
just went to his uncle's house and got the candy.
It's like
Got the
it's
candy,
like so
yeah.
ridiculous.
It's
She's
his
like,
uncle.
oh, he killed his uncle. I'm like, that does not mean that.
No, it doesn't.
And if
the
I'm
youth.
going to kill you, why would I also steal your candy?
Didn't know what kind of candy you had.
And then offer it to Kate. I think Jack knows that Kate was in the Ronin outfit.
It's not me.
He definitely knows.
Yeah. First of all, it's pretty obvious. Oh wait, are we gonna have nitpicks?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay.
That's my number one nitpick, but yeah.
So anyway,
Yeah, I
it's
know
pretty
what you're
obvious that there was a
for.
woman in the suit.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we're going to say that for nitpicks.
And since there was only like, one
theme
young
song.
woman in the room, it's obvious it was her.
Plus, he would know how she sounds, and he could probably recognize her
And
eyes.
then,
Like,
mask or
Must
no
have her
mask, you
voice
can
was
see her
not
eyes.
disguised.
yeah.
Yeah. So she
Yeah.
still got to work on that, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, one thing I liked. Okay, so we got this Ronin fight in the wine cellar. Where I guess, do we talk about the auction first?
Oh, we didn't mention the auction about how she got the suit in the first place.
Okay, so there's a rich people auction and they're auctioning some black market stuff. I guess I don't know. There was a Triceratops skull. Like that was random. I don't know why that was
And
there.
he said that you
Okay,
can
is
only
this
use
just
it for display.
Did they steal that from a museum or something?
I have no idea. And then apparently they got stuff from the Avengers compound. So it started off with Ronin's sword, which retracts impossibly.
That's in my nitpicks.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I'm like, how?
It's alien.
The sword is like 3 times the size of the hilt. How is it retracting?
It's alien technology. I
Is
just
it?
kind of wrote that off.
Is it alien technology?
Ronan is an alien.
The Ronin is not an alien.
He's not. He's a human.
Ronan?
No, you're no.
That's
okay.
true. That's two different Ronins.
Yeah, 2 different
Oh,
Ronins.
okay.
Okay, you have Ronan the
Okay.
accuser, who's Kree.
Okay.
Now we're talking about Ronan Hawkeye, who just dressed up like a
Yeah.
ninja.
Oh, okay, never mind.
It's spelled different too, by the way.
Yeah. One's
Okay.
kind of a Japanese word.
I hate when they do that. Like, use different names, guys.
I didn't even realize, but you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
They do have the same name.
So no, it's not alien technology.
Oh, okay.
No, it just impossibly retracts.
Yeah.
It's cool, but still.
I think it's dope. Well, maybe
Yeah.
they just didn't release it to the public yet. Maybe they do have the technology.
Okay. All right, sure.
Yeah.
So they had his sword and
The suit.
his suit, and then that's how Kate Bishop gets her hands on it.
What do y'all think that watch is?
That is the interesting point. I think it belongs to Tony Stark because it's like red and gold.
I believe so. Well, ain't nobody else on that team got a fancy watch.
Yeah.
Everyone else is poor.
So I mean, I'm pretty sure it's gonna come up in the future, but I don't know.
Black Panther was a poor, but that's not his style.
yeah, no, that's not his style.
I'm not, like I have no idea
He also
what this
wouldn't
would
have
be.
been in a compound either.
Yeah, he wasn't. Yeah, his stuff wasn't there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
As far as we know.
he's in Wakanda.
Yeah.
Wakanda.
So, you think it's like a secret Tony Stark suit in there or something?
I don't know.
Nanotechnology.
It's red and gold. Why else would they choose those colors?
It's Disney.
Because it's
They
Disney.
could just be
Disney is
playing.
red and gold.
No, because they could be playing games with us.
It's true.
They don't care.
So it obviously has some significance. I'm interested to see what it is, but right now I have no idea.
Well, I mean, it has to be super important because they were like, they really
definitely-
only
they
wanted to
definitely-
watch.
Yeah,
Definitely keyed in
it was just the watch that they wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was the tracksuit mafia.
right now. I'm like, what? Really?
So they attacked the compound to get the watch.
Everything else is secondary.
Where we get a pretty cool scene to see what Kate Bishop can actually do. One thing I appreciate about this fight scene is she was hitting people with wine bottles and they didn't break because they probably wouldn't.
With wine bottles?
Yeah,
Wine bottles are sturdy.
yeah. She was cracking people upside the head with some wine bottles.
I was like, yeah, they wouldn't break.
Don't know about her.
No, if you hit somebody in the head with a wine bottle, no, it's not gonna break. If you hit somebody in the head with a beer bottle, it's not gonna break.
Really?
No, you're just gonna really hurt.
Even this one?
Probably not.
It's not really that thick.
They don't break as easily as you
It
think.
doesn't break as easily. Yeah, they use breakaway glass in movies so that it breaks. But you like in order to break a glass over somebody's head, that takes some force.
No, that was definitely gonna be my go-to move in any bar fight. Like, I'm gonna break.
I
a
mean,
bottle
you'll
over
still get your
somebody's
point
head.
across.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah, you
Oh,
will.
look at that. That's
you,
good.
it'll hurt. I feel like you would knock somebody out before the glass breaks.
Oh.
Yeah. I think the force of the bottle will hit the person like if you had a baton.
Yeah, especially since these
Yikes.
wine bottles were full, it's less likely
Oh, yeah, that's right,
to
yeah.
break too.
I remember that experiment
Yeah.
with the fish tank breaking without water in it, but it didn't break when it had water in it. I remember that.
Yeah, the pressure kind of
Absorbs.
puts it together.
It's pretty dope.
So yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. It did really show you what she could do, you know, like, and it's still believable because, like, we were talking about the beginning of the opening, kind of show you like everything that she trained in. So she has gymnastics training, she has martial arts training. So like, yeah, she can get around like she was in there, and it wasn't like just this unbelievable. Oh, it's just this random 22-year-old
Like,
doing
now
all this
she
stuff.
can fight.
Yeah. So
I dig it.
I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah. So that was pretty much episode 1, right?
Yeah, pretty much episode 1.
Yeah.
She sneaks back, discovers Armand dead. Checks who mafia attacks her. Hawkeye saves her because she's an idiot.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Who the heck are you?" And roll credits.
Yeah. Real credits, episode 2.
Episode 2.
Episode 2.
So Hawkeye now has to
Attack of the
babysit her. Like we mentioned before, you could really feel that with Hawkeye. He's just like, I don't
want to do this.
want to. But he also does still take care of her. Like when he felt like she did her
Her bandages and stuff.
her bandages wrong. He took care of. So like, you know, you can see that like he really doesn't want to.
He doesn't
do
want
this,
to care,
but-
but he does.
Yeah.
He's still a hero, man.
Yeah.
Just like when he was taking care of Maximoff when she wouldn't fight, man. He was like, "Hey, look, listen. We gotta do this. Know what I'm saying? He had the baby her. Know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah.
I guess
You're
that
not
is his
retired
MO.
yet, brother. Is that what?
I guess that is his MO.
He's a big old softy on the inside.
I mean, he does have kids, so it's like, whenever you're
True.
with another kid,
That's
you
true.
kind of think about your own kids, and you're like, oh, I want somebody to do this for my kids. So I think that's in there.
Yep, and he went to save Wanda in Civil War.
He did.
He did.
Yeah.
So, I think it's just his thing.
Yeah.
Admirable.
Yeah. So that was interesting. Most of it was about him trying to get the suit back. I think there were some leaps in logic here, but fine. I guess a show got a show.
All right, what leaps in logic?
Because so he goes back to the apartment to get the suit, is gone. So then he sees the sticker on the fireman's truck and assumes that guy must have the suit. Like, how do you make that leap?
Yeah.
Any fireman could have stole the suit.
I didn't know what LARPers meant, so I now know. But
I'm not gonna lie. I thought it said lepers, and I'm like, what?
so a LARP is a live action role play, which I've heard of those,
It is an acronym.
but I didn't know it, like they made an acronym and called it LARPers. So when I saw the sticker, I was like, what is that? Like,
I was like,
The
oh,
chick
this must
said
be.
it when it was when she was like, she cut her from getting in. She said something about. She said LARP. She used the term.
She did, but I didn't know what it meant.
Yeah, I didn't know what it meant then either.
yeah.
But then
So yes, that was a bit of a stretch, but I guess it's like, okay, it's gone. I would have assumed one of the firemen took it because they're the only one there, and it gave him somewhere to look.
Well, maybe he knew what the LARPer meant, and then he decided that would be the person that was stealing a ninja suit. Although anyone could have stolen it, because it has to be worth some money.
Yeah, it could have been anybody.
Yeah,
true.
but a show got a show. So
But it was funny when they're in their apartment and then you got the tracksuit mafia throwing the Molotov cocktails through the window. All right, that was a really funny scene. I have to say, the tracksuit mafia is living up to their name, a funny group of people.
Is there any other comic book significance here?
Yes,
Yeah.
they're in the comic book
They're
that this
in
is
the
based
comic
off of.
Okay.
See, the look you're giving is what I was thinking, and I was saying like, this is the dumbest thing. And I had a couple of other things about it. I'm like, this is stupid. Why would you? But then I was like, when I found out they had comic book significance, I'm like, okay, fine, I'll let it go. But yeah, the fact that the tracksuit mafia was a thing, I'm like, this is dumb.
And they say bro in the comics,
And they say
so
bro.
that's why you hear them saying bro all the time.
Okay.
Yeah. It believe me, it was the first thing I noted, but I took it back.
One of the guys in the tracksuit mafia contributed to Hawkeye's deafness by stabbing him in the ear with his own arrow.
Oh, they didn't took that out the show.
Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna do that in this
He's
show.
already deaf.
Yeah,
Well, he's already
to
done.
begin with.
I mean,
So,
it's also Disney Plus. I was like, that seems literally like a Marvel Netflix type of deal.
yeah, nah.
Yeah.
Disney Plus ain't doing that.
Yeah, but I mean, the Simpsons movie is on Disney Plus, and
Nobody's getting stabbed in the
but
ear
Bart
with
was
an arrow.
exposed in the front.
That's true.
No, okay.
Also
I'm just
true.
saying. Rather see somebody get stabbed in the ear than see somebody's junker, which
It's a cartoon.
don't matter.
It's worse.
It does not matter. Just don't see all the
So,
wrinkles and crinkles in the cartoon.
but I did think that scene was funny, and it also showed Kate Bishop, like we were talking about her immaturity, like trying to put the fire out. Like she didn't really think it through. It's like, oh, let's puncture the fire extinguisher and then put the fire out. It's like, no, no,
Nah.
Clearly shows she needs to go back to school.
yeah.
Probably a couple college refresher courses or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so well, I know we was talking about the LARPers. He goes down to I guess they're in Central Park or whatever, role playing.
This is so funny.
I like the fact that he played along, but he honestly, like me, I'd have just rolled up there like, I'm just about to get this suit. I'm about to play this silly game with you guys.
I'm like, I'm about to murk y'all. I'm about to go back to samurai mode.
But I also like how people know who he is, and is like the lady was like, look, I know who you are, but still. And it's interesting. It's not one of those things where it's like, and oh, people don't realize it's Hawkeye. It's like, no, they know it's Hawkeye.
So how can I not? He doesn't wear a mask.
Yeah, well, that especially after everything that happened in Endgame, I think if there was any secrets with the Avengers, there is no longer.
Yeah, people know who everybody
knows
is.
who everybody is.
Yeah.
And like, who really has a secret identity though?
Nobody does, but Spider-Man.
But Spider-Man.
Yeah,
well, not anymore.
Yeah, but not anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, it's trying to cover that back up now. So, but yeah. So yeah, no secret identities. Everybody knows who everybody is.
Yeah. But again, it showed him, like we were talking about, having the softer side. He was nice enough to just play along, even with the guy that had the suit. And he's like, okay, fine, we'll do this. And, you know, you can beat me here. So, like, I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, it was a nice touch. He came up with a plan to kind of find the leader of the Chapman Mafia, to kind of get them to, to fix this Ronin problem, and then Kate ruins it all because she doesn't know how to follow directions.
Because of Kate. Interesting thing about that, the catch and release is the same thing that Black Widow did in Avengers, where she was assumingly captured, but she was really getting information from them. So he was doing the same.
I'm pretty sure it's something S.H.I.E.L.D. teaches them.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. So that is not a lot that happens in episode 2. Kate was kind of talking to him about his branding, and I think it's interesting because she's like, oh, he's all low key and stuff, but yeah, because Hawkeye was a spy. It's not like Tony Stark, and of course Captain America wears a spangly outfit, so but Hawkeye, yeah, he's low key because he was a spy. He wasn't a superhero.
Which might be why he's so uncomfortable with this thing, because he spent the majority of his career doing things in the shadows.
Yeah.
Then you join the Avengers and everyone knows your name.
On Front Street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's probably why he's like, I'm just going to live out in my farm in the middle of nowhere.
Mm-hmm. Off grid.
Yeah. And do what I do, which is probably all he ever wants,
Which seems like a pretty solid life, as me. Mm-hmm. I'd be good with that.
I would still be a spy. Like call me up when you need someone. Maybe.
I feel like I'd be done at this point.
I spend all my time on the farm, right? And then you need a big player taking out the game. Call me up. Why not do it?
Train somebody else to do it.
Oh,
like that. Them go.
Oh, look, think about it.
Risk their life.
Like, hey, you want Norman Osborn taken out? Call me up. I got
Norman Osborn?
Why not? You
can't have anybody do that.
Like,
he's not trained. It's like he's not really dangerous. It's like,
well, it depends on when you try to take out Norman Osborn.
I mean, okay, yeah, it depends on when, but it's like
he's powerful though. So I'm like, I just figured that's when you like snipe from a distance.
Speaking of powerful rich people, do you think Wilson Fisk is going to be in this series?
I say no.
Say no. They've mentioned there several times. They mentioned the leader of the underground, like a person that's the head of the criminal underground. And it's like, who else is the head of the criminal underground but Kingpin?
It's going to be her mother.
It's going to be her mother?
I felt like it's either her mother or it's like down the line in something else, like in a movie or a more mature show. Then they would say,
we haven't heard of.
Well, I don't think. Yeah. I don't think if he is in the series,
it's gonna be like they're gonna say that this was this mystery person behind the scene.
Yeah, I don't think if he is in the series,
yeah,
I don't think it's gonna be like a significant role. Probably just like a post-credit scene or something.
Here's why I say no. One, her mom does have some significance in the comics books, being the Madam Mask or something.
Or
like that.
I think she wasn't Madam Mask in the comics, but she has something to do with it.
Yeah. I say no because I felt like if you have Kingpin, then I want it to be Vincent D'Onofrio. And if I wanted to be Vincent D'Onofrio, then I need your show to match the tone of the Netflix Marvel shows. And Disney Plus is going nowhere near that.
Okay. No.
Now, I was going to say this. What if he... like how the Amazing Spider-Man cartoon, like how the Kingpin was always behind the scenes. He didn't get his hands dirty at all. I'm like, what if they introduce him like that in a few shows?
In this series?
Like that?
I mean, that's certainly
No,
possible.
I don't feel like it's. I don't feel like he's going to be in the series, but I'm just saying, like, when his character, or if they introduce his character,
I get
will
it,
it?
where it's always Kingpin, but he's never the one doing
Yeah,
the actual dirt. I mean, that's kind of his deal anyways. He's like Lex
yeah,
Yeah,
Luthor, right?
yeah.
You know he's
yeah.
bad, but you can't
But I
really prove it.
mean, yeah,
It's
yeah.
definition of
But
being the
like
boss.
in Daredevil, though, like he actually, rough some people up.
Hmm.
With a car door.
It's always that car door scene with
Yeah,
you.
Man, that was
it really
brutal,
is.
man. That was like I remember watching that and I was like, oh my god. Like but
I remember slamming my finger in the car door and it hurt.
It hurts.
yeah,
Imagine.
didn't I break two of my fingers?
That was
Car door?
worse.
No, it didn't break it.
No,
didn't break
you
it?
didn't break
No, it
him,
didn't break it.
but
It's messed up.
it looked like you
But it
did though.
really hurt.
Ooh.
Yeah. I say Kingpin still might be a part because he has more connection. Echo, which was introduced at the end of this episode, she has a connection to Kingpin.
See, now that what makes it interesting to me, since they're doing an Echo spinoff, I assume we're going to talk about her before we got to the show.
Maybe.
Which in that case, then you kind of got to have Kingpin.
Yeah.
But then it still
Yeah.
goes to me is how far is Disney Plus going to push this?
I don't know. They've
Well,
been
there's only
talking
one
about
season
Daredevil.
of this
I don't
series,
know.
right?
Yeah,
Okay. How long is the series going to be? Did they
6
say?
episodes.
Yeah,
Six
6
episodes?
episodes. Yeah.
I don't know if that's enough. They're going to rush everything.
Yeah, it's not enough.
No.
So I'm just like, if you're going to introduce Kingpin, then Disney Plus is going to have to take it up a notch. And I don't see that.
You can't do Netflix on
I'm not
Disney
saying do
Plus.
Netflix, but I think you have to match the tone of the show.
Okay.
And I don't see them doing that.
We'll have to see what happens. Well, like I said, I think we need to see how Moon Knight is because the tone of Moon Knight seems a lot different than these shows. So, depending on how they get Moon Knight, we'll have to see exactly where Disney Plus is going to go with some of this. But yeah, Echo, interesting character. We didn't see much of her in this. She was just at the end listening to some music, I guess, or filling some music. But I find the character interesting because maybe we'll get Taskmaster. Like, I know she's not Taskmaster, but we could get
we should have gotten.
what we should have gotten in Black Widow is what we'll get with Echo because she has pretty much the same powers.
Yeah.
She's deaf, but she has the photographic reflexes, so she can like copy what other people do. I don't think it was as good as Taskmaster's, but yeah.
I will say this: the way she was introduced, I immediately wanted to see more of her. And then I was like, "Oh, the episode's over," so I guess I'll wait till Friday now.
Yeah.
Man,
Wednesday.
just give me all the episodes. I don't got
Wednesday.
time for this. I gotta watch the whole thing this week.
No,
Marketing,
you
man.
need the hype. They're
marketing.
never going to do it now. After WandaVision, they're never going to do it now because that hype from week to week with WandaVision, they're just like, oh yeah, no, this is the way to play it.
Incredible.
But they did that on purpose.
Yeah.
They purposely hyped
Yeah.
up WandaVision and then threw in red herrings that meant nothing.
Yeah. Well, it got people talking about it, which got more people watching it. They know what they're
That's
doing.
what they like to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
I
know
got
what they're
time for
doing.
And
Just
now,
give me all the
other, and
episodes.
now other
Anticipation.
streaming services do it with their shows.
I
Yeah.
know, and it's annoying.
Well, Hulu did that anyway, right?
Yeah, Hulu has always done
Yeah,
it.
they've
Yeah,
always-
Hulu. Yeah, Hulu has.
So yeah, but that was pretty much the show. You want to talk about your nitpicks?
Just two. We talked about the sword that makes no sense because the sword retracts, but it's like 3 feet long, but the handle's like a foot.
Yeah.
Where is the sword going to?
Maybe there is.
It makes no sense.
Maybe there's a pocket universe inside of the sword.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Yeah, we already brought up her dumb leap of logics and stuff. I'm really not convinced that Duquesne is evil.
No,
in this.
but I think he's trying to lead her to the answer or something. He's leading her on. That whole conversation about agitating risotto or whatever he was talking about.
I think it's just, to me it was like him telling her, like, you're not fooling me. Like, you may fool your mother, but you're not fooling me.
Oh, okay.
The Ronin suit, is that thing magical? Because it definitely changes size no matter who's wearing it.
Well, I mean, that's like movie stuff.
'Cause,
That always
you know.
I was
happens.
gonna be like, yeah, with her wearing that suit, I'm like, wouldn't it be too big on her?
It'd have
It would
been
be
too
really
big.
too big.
And then Grills was like 4 inches taller
That's
than.
And he was wearing it. It just fits everybody. Maybe it's like Spider-Man suit.
Maybe it is like Spider-Man suit.
Yeah,
Just
I'm like, oh, this suit is
one
magic.
size fits all.
Like, I need
For real,
clothes
for real.
like that.
Well, maybe.
You know, grow as I grow.
Nobody make any money then.
So those were my only 2 things. I would just I don't
Yeah,
know.
my nitpick was about the suit size of people wearing it.
Yeah. And then, I mean, I had some things that I had issues with, but since it's from the comic book, I'll let it go.
Oh, what, like the stupidity of the tracksuit mafia?
The stupidity of the Tracksuit Mafia, the fact that she chased down this dog, but apparently the dog is significant to the comic.
Yeah.
Oh, the one that ignored her when she came up.
Yeah, I was
in
just
the
like-
comics, Hawkeye saved the dog.
Like,
from
why are we
traffic.
chasing this stupid dog? I'm sorry. I know a lot of people like
People
animals.
love their pets.
Well, the dog was about to get hit by a car.
Before she chased it.
Oh,
Yeah. I'm just
Okay.
like, what are you doing?
You know what's
And
crazy?
then-
The mafia oftentimes wears tracksuits. I just thought about that. Like they oftentimes they wear a lot of tracksuits though.
Let's
for real.
not stereotype the mafia.
Not the stereos, but like they do. Like they be wearing them fresh tracksuits though. I'm like, I wonder if that has any significance to do with it.
It might be why they came up with the name the Tracksuit Mafia. And
It'd be
then
nice. And I'll be looking for them on Google.
my other question was, how long was that pizza in her refrigerator that she gave that dog?
I don't know. That dog needs to go to the vet immediately.
It definitely does. That pizza
Don't
was
feed
super
your dogs
moldy.
pizza.
It's a dog. It's like,
Sorry. So, yeah, I don't think the Tracksuit Mafia is going to be like the villain of the show. I think they're going to be in it, but there's obviously somebody else that's going to be kind of like the big thing. Whoever wants the watch, which could be the Kingpin. We'll have to see.
It's her mother.
Okay, her mother wants the watch. But isn't it her mother's auction? Couldn't she just...
It's Armand's auction.
Oh, it was Armand's auction.
Yeah, because all that stuff, yeah.
Was it?
so he's
Isn't it?
I thought it was her mom's auction.
I don't think so. I thought Armand was behind that whole deal. Because wasn't it his party?
Nah, I don't even know. Now I'm confused.
I don't remember whose party it was.
Whatever. I mean,
Didn't he bid?
well, just because it's his party, he doesn't get the gift for free.
He doesn't. Ain't that my fee? I get to get whatever I want. Ain't got to raise no paddle or nothing.
Oh, okay. Maybe.
That'd be my fee.
I mean, I guess if I'm going to throw the party, I'll create those rules, I guess.
At my house, anything I want, I'm
But
going
because if it was her mom's party, then why did Jack have to bid?
True.
Right?
Had
Wouldn't she
the-
have just given him the
Yeah.
sword?
from the goody good or whatever?
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe it wasn't good enough.
We'll have to see what's going on with that.
We shall.
Yeah.
So we're not rating it yet because
We're
the
not?
show's not over. Or are we gonna do ratings?
I mean,
What do you
well,
think about
maybe,
it so far? What we doing?
maybe we don't, I don't know. Should we just give our initial thoughts? Good, okay, continue watching.
I think it's interesting. I mean,
Yeah.
it's intriguing so far. Like,
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to
Yeah,
the
I
third
would
episode.
continue watching.
Yeah, it's a different vibe than the other Disney Plus shows, but I think it's interesting.
I think I do like how all the shows are different from each other. It's not the same old, same old.
Yeah.
I think it's okay. I would like.
Have you figured it out?
No, I haven't figured it out.
Okay, usually you have, but okay.
I mean, I would like the show to be a little different than what it is, but we're not gonna get that. So
Wait, what do you mean?
Well, you want it more serious?
yes,
More violent?
no.
I didn't
Don't look at me
expect
like
this
that.
show to be more serious than it is.
Yeah, I didn't
especially
expect
from
it
the
to
trailers,
be
it didn't seem like
so.
it was going to be a
But that's what I want, though.
super serious show. You had your super serious.
What? Falcon
Shows-
and the Winter Soldier?
Was that super
Is that
serious?
super serious?
No.
Then which
Um,
one was super
Are any
serious?
of them super serious for real?
None of them.
you know what? WandaVision kind of like when you think about the
it was
entire
kinda
theme of
loopy.
WandaVision.
Because It's all the sitcom and stuff.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't write.
I mean, that was goofy, but like the theme behind it
when
was
she came
kind
out the
of
dome. That was serious.
yeah.
We don't play no games there.
Especially when you talk about the grief of Wanda, that didn't. The ending by the end of the show, it was kind of.
You were like,
It
oh,
was kind of serious.
stop laughing.
Was it though?
Yeah, I mean, the last episode wasn't that great, but still.
Yeah, I don't think they wrapped that up that
I
well.
finally watched the last episode of What If.
Oh yeah,
Kind of wish I didn't waste my time.
I told you. I was like the last.
I know
episode
you
is
said it
different.
was just like but I finally watched it and I was just like, I was better off not seeing
that
this.
was kind of disappointing because the episode before was so good.
When Ultron was
Yeah.
When
was
the Watcher and Ultron was fighting,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was like, I had high expectations for the last episode, and then I was just like, oh man.
Oh, well, thanks, guys.
Yep. I was like, I could have definitely went the rest of my life not seeing this.
Maybe
So-
they're building up to something. I hope so.
I mean, What If is a show that you can just watch anyway because every episode is going to be like some new type of story.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Y'all seen that zombie one?
No,
No. Oh, okay. That was different.
yeah, but
Yeah, it was.
this yeah, I think this show's okay. I want to know what happens. Like,
Yeah, like I said, I'm looking forward to the third episode.
I think they do like a good enough job on these shows where it's like you will watch it.
Mhm.
You know, like I'm gonna watch this every week because I want to know what happens.
Yeah, I think they do a good job of, making you want to find out what happens next. Like after they introduced Echo, since they ended on her, I was like, oh, I do want to see more of her and what happens next. But I feel like they kind of miss on being like great shows. And I would like for one of them to be truly great.
On Disney Plus stuff.
Okay. Apparently Dan thinks we're never going to get that on Disney Plus.
Disney Plus?
Okay.
No, I don't
Okay.
think
No,
so.
maybe not. Maybe not.
It's possible. Marvel's got the money.
It's possible, but I just can't see Disney letting Marvel outshine their Disney shows. But whatever.
Yeah. So I mean that's
just
just
me.
kind of what I want out of one of these shows. I mean because they're always like okay or not bad. I kind of want them to be better than that.
I think we all want them to be better. I think that's a I think that's a thing. But it's like I just don't think they're gonna do that on Disney Plus. They're like, no, they ain't gonna give us the best of their best on a streaming.
Oh, right, because
platform.
that does bring up one thing I didn't bring up before. Was like I felt like some of the fight scenes were a little weak, and I think that was the kind of problem with most of their shows.
Yeah.
Like which ones? Because I thought the wine cellar scene was
The
good.
wine cellar scene was fine, but then some of the other scenes weren't all that fantastic. And
Yeah.
but then you can compare it to the fight scenes from Daredevil.
Well, you're not
and-
gonna get that.
That's a big
So,
difference.
well, my thing is so.
But
is
then
it
you compare it to the
possible?
fight scenes on Iron Fist.
Well, we're gonna go to the other end of the spectrum.
Okay, yeah.
I do not like Iron Fist.
Well, I guess what I'm saying is it's certainly possible to have, fantastic fight scenes. And I just feel like they're kind of like let's just get somewhere in the middle. But why not can't we get the fantastic fight scenes? Because we can have it. You already proved that we could.
Yeah.
Can all of them be fantastic though?
Why not?
You're probably gonna
They-
get better fight scenes like towards the end of the show when they matter
So
more.
you think. Or is it going to be like the last episode of every show so far has been like,
Every show?
No, I
think
thought
so.
Falcon and Winter Soldier's last episode was okay.
Yeah, that was cool.
I wasn't
The
feeling
last
it.
episode of Loki
And
was
then
pretty
Loki's last episode was
Yeah,
good,
Loki's
but there
last
was
episode-
no
Yeah.
fighting.
It was all talking.
I mean, yeah, because they had to,
Yeah.
a lot of explanation going
They
on.
were like setting up the next season.
Yeah. So, I mean, I get that. I feel that. But, every last episode doesn't have to be a big fight scene.
Why not?
Because
If it's the season
Because that's the
finale-
Marvel trope that we keep wanting them to not do.
No, I want them to get rid of CGI.
I think they're going
No
to do
big
that.
C. There shouldn't be any here in this one, unless there's
shouldn't
gonna be
be.
There
they're gonna
shouldn't be
fight
a
a
lot of CGI
giant
in this.
arrow or something. No,
Not
the
one
arrow's
foot past
alive.
I say nobody saw that coming. A living, thinking,
But-
breathing arrow.
All right, but we all agree that the show is off to a decent start.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I'm pretty sure they can do it all day. Yeah.
Nope.
I'm sure they could.
Yeah.
Nope.
I can do this all day.
And Hulk the magic word is. And Hulk the magic word is. And Hulk the magic word is.
Smash! Oh, yes, at 3D Rivals,
Beautiful,
we
man.
can definitely do this all day. But we won't. We're going to end it off here. So if you haven't seen Hawkeye, why did you listen to this entire podcast? You know?
The whole thing.
But
we definitely led with this is about Hawkeye.
let us know what you thought about the beginning of the Hawkeye series, of course. And we'll see what the rest of the series ends up like, of course. We want to thank you guys for watching or listening, as always, and peace out.